the reopening of the Warri Refining and Petrochemical Company by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, describing it as another remarkable achievement in 2024 that has strengthened Nigeria's hope in its administration. Presidential Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, in a statement confirms that today the Warri refinery returned to operation weeks after NNPC Limited restarted the 60,000 barrels per day at the Port Harcourt refinery in November. He added that Warri Refining and Petrochemical Company going into operation after several years of inactivity. President Tinubu has once again expressed his administration's determination to ramp up local refining capacity and make Nigeria a hub for downstream industrial activity in Africa. President Tinubu noted with confidence that the 125,000 barrel per day Warri refinery, now operating at 60% capacity, his administration's comprehensive plan to ensure energy efficiency and security is entirely on course. Nigerians are still basking in the euphoria of Christmas festivity, while the year 2024 winds up. To heralding a new year, the mood of Abuja city is best described as silent, with little business activities around the Federal Capital Territory. Moses Kuye went round the city center. Let's see what he brought back.
Some parts of the Federal Capital City are quiet with little vehicular movement, while some parts are simply or slightly busy due to the Yuletide season. The UTC, Area 8, and Area 1 shopping malls are slightly busy and experiencing rather serene and less busy activities.
No, in FCT here, people normally travel. Even the town itself, few people live. We don't have up to 5% of people that work in FCT that live in FCT. Most of them come from the rural area. And mind you, since the activities have not picked up now, so people will still be some traveled, although some people are still in their houses celebrating the youth out to be around kind of next week, by at least middle of next week, everything will pick up.
Residents also attribute this low business turnout to.
So I think the reason for that is because it's definitely because of the festive period. So I think that's most of the reason why we see places are like this. On a normal day, things are never like this before in Abuja. You see everywhere is crowded, definitely. But because of the festive, you can see everywhere is scanty. You hardly find people on the road. And especially when you are trying to go to somewhere, you find it difficult to get the transport to wherever you're going. So it's a little bit difficult this time.
A lot of people this year, instead of them traveling, they sent things home. For them to pay transport and come and to go and visit somebody, they better stay in their house and go to any fast food and enjoy themselves. Because when you check your transport money to come and see your loved ones, they might not even have the one to give you back.
Security operatives are seen on their toes discharging their national duties. In Abuja, Moses Kuye, NTA News.
Members of the International Organization of Tijaniya Brotherhood have been urged to use their participation in the annual national conference to showcase the prophetic values of integrity, selflessness, justice, and love for all. Aisha Bashir reports.
Remaining committed to their obligations to the organization and sitting up to their responsibilities towards society is a core value stressed during the gathering.
Tijaniya is simply a fold or a practice that is attributed to Sheikh Ahmad Tijani radiallahu ta'ala anhu, aimed at purifying the soul such that it can attain the position of a beloved servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who will worship Allah as Allah is deemed fit to be worshipped.
And what we are doing is to remind ourselves of the need, to be upright in all that we are doing, the need to be our brother's keeper, to need to promote peace and unity, in Nigeria, and the need for us to uphold all the tenets, the beautiful tenets of Islam, which is to worship Allah as if you are seeing him.
It is coming after a medical outreach and empowerment exercise by the group, which seeks to foster unity and advance development in society.
The idea is to ensure that Muslims become, organized in a way, and also Muslims respect what Islam is all about, and not get yourself involved in one thing or the other that is undermining Islam, undermining the understanding of Islam, especially in the relationship between Muslims and non-Muslims in a country like Nigeria.
Spiritual remembrance, also known as zikrullah, came to the fore as members were tasked to always engage in supplications to purify the mind and soul towards effective worship. Aisha Bashir, NTA News.
And still talking religion, the 30th Al-Muminat Training Forum, which kicked off in Abuja, is set to highlight the importance of Muslim women acquiring knowledge, skills, and training that will impact the teaching of Islam to women, their children, and world. This year's forum, themed The Sound Creed, drew attendees from the 6 area councils, demonstrating a strong commitment to empowering Muslim women in the region. Awagimba takes it up from here.
The training forum highlights the transcendent nature of the world. In a keynote address, Hajia Nimatullah Abdul Qadri dwelled more on the principles of gaining more knowledge and tasked Muslim women to develop strong connection with Allah through proper understanding of oneness of Allah and belief in the unseen.
And the doors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has created him. He has given the manual to a teacher that is very great, and it's not only one teacher. It's not Allah say, what I call it, ask not people live with him, and even
For some members of the Al-Muminat, the journey of propagating the religion of Islam and empowerment of women in the community is a continuous process, which they say, will provide an understanding of the religion among other people.
There is no doubt that Al-Muminat is making impact, but we are still moving on. We know our best is not yet enough, and we are trying to push up, inshallah.
So this year's things, which is the craft, the sound creed, is such a topic that is related because it is very important to every Muslim.
Ever that believes in Allah must have everything to do with Allah.
And the way forward for the Muslim women is that I urge all our Muslim women to please buckle up and sit up by starting from our homes.
So we believe that women should be more empowered.
The 30th edition of the training forum by the Al-Muminats, the Believing Women Organization for Women, is another avenue for discussion to enable government provide decisive steps towards addressing issues of insecurity, unemployment and socio-economic hardship, as well as encourage women to key into skills acquisition programs. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Easy motion. Low emotion. Make your calls to all networks.
Wishing you a Merry Christmas, Nigeria. Glow.
Welcome back. Peaceful coexistence and unity among tribal, cultural, and religious groups have been identified as catalysts for development. That was the assertion of stakeholders at the 4th edition of Uke Day. Blessing Damfulani captures the sight and sound of the rich cultural display.
December 27th every year is set aside as Uke Day, where sons and daughters of the kingdom, irrespective of religious and socio-political background, come together to celebrate and thank God for his sustenance throughout the year. Yakanaje of Uke, His Royal Highness Ahmed Abdullahi Hassan, as custodian of culture of the kingdom, says, promoting peaceful coexistence in the midst of diversity is the aim of the yearly traditional festival.
This nation is our home, is our life, is our blood. So whatever we will do to sustain the Republic of Nigeria, we are ever ready to do.
We are celebrating unity. We are celebrating, understanding among the various people that live in this community.
Guests and spectators describe this year's Uke celebration as unique and spectacular.
Her message is for the people of Uke to come together to live in peace and harmony.
It's a beautiful culture. It's both everybody, Muslims, Christians, all of us, we are all here as one.
It is only when you have one head together, you have understanding that you'll be able to think along one line that will bring about development.
If you look at everybody is happy here, even you are happy, because everybody is atmosphere of peaceful. So we just grace to God.
I feel very happy, very okay. I'm glad I'm here.
All we come together, let's celebrate the harmony and enjoy the rest of the year and end it with harmony and peace and love.
There was cultural display by diverse cultural groups in Uke to the admiration of guests and spectators. Bagi Cultural Troupe emerged the overall winner of the cultural display, while Gadi and Nupi emerged second and third respectively. Indeed, the beauty of the world is in its diversity. Blessing Fulani, NTA News.
A new wind of revival is sweeping across the people of Bagi tribe of Niger State and neighboring Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, especially in the area of strengthening cultural ties. Abdullahi Suleiman Iyaji, in this special report, takes a look at the tradition of a people whose hospitality is reckoned with by many.
Research indicates that the Bagi tribe are the second largest ethnic group in Niger State and most populous in the nation's capital, Abuja. Its people are also found in Kaduna, Nasarawa, and Kogi states. Historically, like other tribes, the end of year brings them together in festivals like this, where culture takes center stage.
This occasion specifically is meant to identify or to showcase our rich culture. And I want to say it, be proud of your culture. Be proud of your tradition. Your identity is what makes you a people.
For the love of tradition came Solomon Mamman, a youth leader all the way from Shiroro local government. He underscores the importance of unity in diversity to nationhood.
All we believe is one Nigeria. You are to hate the people that resided in your community and represent Nigeria.
It is a cultural carnival with a large concentration of Bagi alongside chiefs from other tribes who identify with efforts to preserve heritage.
So I want to challenge all of us to say something when we see something and to ensure that together we join hands to embrace culture for unity, to embrace culture for peace, to embrace culture for justice.
The return of youths from the carnival procession aimed at raising awareness on Bagi values kickstarts a chain of events. It is an atmosphere of native music, dance, celebration, and a fight to the finish, a demonstration of the Bagi tenacity in the face of adversity. Then it's time for reward, as exceptional exemplary sacrifice is identified among the king's men, who have in no small measure contributed to community development.
As I have been ordained today, I want to hit the ground running.
The extinction of mother tongue is a worry for these respondents who proffer solutions.
We need to promote our culture. We need to speak our language to our children, teach them, force them to learn it.
And we are hoping that with the recent movement we are seeing, by next year, 2025, we are going to do more than this year.
The chief leader here dispels some misconceptions about his people.
Somebody cannot just carry his wife and give it to somebody. It's not true. The only thing in our own tradition and the gimmicks of our tradition is that we accommodate people, strangers. So in those days, when you have somebody or maybe a stranger, you tell your wife, bring your wrapper. One of the best wrapper that has been wrapped and been kept. You bring it and give it to that stranger. He will wrap it and sleep. So the following day, people who doesn't even know, we say, oh, this man has handed over, or he has handed down his wife to that person. It's not true, sir.
Leadership of the Gbagi people are unanimous that for cultural preservation to be effective, there is urgent need to get more youths exposed to rich cultural values.
What a lovely cultural display indeed. Let's join our sports desk for Sports Brief.
The Nigerian National League, NNL, will resume its 2024-2025 season on January 4th, 2025, after a Christmas and New Year break. The league had kicked off on November 30th, 2024, and will resume with March Day 4. In another development, the Rangers International secured a 1-0 away win over Niger Tornadoes, while Ikorodu FC beat Sunshine Stars 2-1 in a Southwest Derby. El Kanemi Warriors and Katsina United also recorded a 1-0 victory over Kano Pillars and Nasarawa United respectively. Finally, Bendel Insurance head coach Greg Ikenoba has set his sights on securing an away win over Eimba FC in their match day 19 duel. Ikenoba urged his players to have a winning mentality and not to see Eimba as giants. With Sports Brief, Wayne Nugo, NTA News.
And Sports Brief routes of the English segment for tonight. Remember, ensure you celebrate the new year with your friends, your loved ones, and family. And this is here we round off. I am Cecilia Julius. Compliments of the season.
Ema agbaje yeku washi ila kun ngi Yesu Kristi mama ayin pie agmadanya fi elafia to ishi pin sokwasi eye wowe sokwo yi wa be yi na pie akmasinya eye wo ba shin ya je ye wowe fi na agbada amuni press isu wa yiba wo wa kwa na baje gai yiwo shaba be dai wo ayi ekin to kwada nge bola Tinubu woku wo bugba fun awu pepe ṣé wàá gbu oúnjẹ ṣé ọwọ gwamnati agbu oúnjẹ NNPC omi mato nya gbedo na anya je oúnjẹ yin gbapi atete ṣepa ṣé bá mi bá jẹpọ buya ń wọrí kún ń na báyìí àbẹlà abẹ báyìí wòdì ń na ayé ń bá di àyìn gbedo na bá jẹ yìí ká àṣìtútù ń na báyìí wádà ige àgbàdáwọlọ wọn ngẹchia ntike gwamnati kumi ala atete jibaye kwenyi jaguya na nsa otu mbe iye kwenyi bayo onaruga owobeda gwogun atete jibaye wada ige atete jibaye na akwụkwọ ya NNPC ala ko jaguya yi ko ba ma shi ko ba ce ibo ko ba ina begi ko ba ba ake shi ko ya wa safa tichonu ilawa na dua isho ko ba mo je te be ko yin wa shi abo baba kun ya na shige nge yi anabaji bogna yi tutun le nge Moses kwe ngwa be lo sheba yin ki zidna shi miri wa da ige azata zo aba yi ju aye fi anzu balo un Christmas aye fun agbada bodo sunsun tutu jiyan jimi be yi pipipi yin gbolo abo to be dagman tige aza te jeze bakpan aba gilo fana ta ayi wasa wa godo we gai nge aji poji ba nzidna okone lo nsapa ohun awo abeji agiduko aisanya aza gbaigbai agbona ta tete jiba e bu ya jilo na dubai nkwa wuge adaji atete jiba pa ama abuje ja busu bida na do na bada kauta isba ai tutu na bayan waje na re pepe wa godo we ga nge ina re tituloge eye wewe ko ba be na gbadai azaje zaba ba tete jiba ba je godo ba be jinjin ayi anabaji goga tete jin wada ige na yoga wajin bayin wa be na anabaji wada ige gbodogun yeji nje kwa shita nya na igbodogun lo al muminat nyai aba tuko mba be cheshi okonige baye asalaji ai koza ba vi sala babatu bodo abi ba vi nje sala babatu awu ba sha ba zaza owu na jebi mpua wa godo we daige azaye lakun na agwamnati abibi okutai she ba lele kizin da ya tutu bala ye jibo ntiga akabare ya awu ba she ba zaza owu bodo she baba tu nje sala babatu mwe nko ba mabaji kwa ba na biagi a ce babwa na gwazan safa na baje amma baje anabayi kuzo ibeji adawo nsu shekwasi ipage shekwali jesu saisu
Jama'a masu kallo da sauraron mu akwai ina a daidai wannan lokaci assalamu alaikum barkanmu da kasancewa tare da ku da fatan ana nan cikin koshin lafiya ya shirye-shiryen murnar sabuwar shekara da fatan za a yi da mu. Ga labarai a takaice mai karantawa Yusuf Yakub. Shugaban ƙasa Bola Ahmed Tinubu ya bayyana farin cikinsa matuƙa akan sake buɗe matatar man wari da ke ƙarƙashin babban kamfanin man fetur na ƙasa wato NNPCL wanda ya bayyana a matsayin wata babbar nasara da aka samu a shekara ta 2024 wadda za ta ƙara wa al'ummar ƙasa ƙwarin gwiwa akan manufofin gwamnatinsa na ci gaban ƙasar nan da al'ummarta. A jawabin mai baiwa shugaban ƙasa shawara akan sadarwa da tsare-tsare Bayo Onanuga ya tabbatar da cewa matatar man wari ta fara aiki makonnin da suka wuce bayan kamfanin man ƙasa ya fara fidda gangar mai 60,000 a rana a matatar man Fatakwal tun a watan Nuwamba. A yayin da ake dab da shiga sabuwar shekarar miladiya 2025 a daidai lokacin da muke shirin bankwana da shekarar miladiya 2024 har yanzu 'yan ƙasa na ci gaba da more hutun Kirsimeti a matsugunansu tare da iyali, 'yan uwa da abokan arzikinsu a kowane sassa daban-daban na ƙasar nan. Wakilinmu Moses Kwe ya zagaya ƙwarar birnin tarayyar ƙasa Abuja domin ganin halin da birnin ke ciki ya kuma shaida mana cewa birnin Abuja da baya rabo da zirga-zirga da hada-hadar mutane da ababen hawa ya yi tsit ba kamar yadda aka saba ganinsa ba. Harkokin kasuwanci da na yau da kullum sai ɗaiɗaiku a yayin da ake shirin fara bukukuwan sabuwar shekara jibi Laraba wanda 'yan ƙasar suka bayyana shirye-shiryensu da kuma farin cikin riskar sabuwar shekarar cikin ƙoshin lafiya tare da bayyana shirye-shiryensu da tsare-tsarensu na sauyi da kuma samun nasara a rayuwa a cikin sabuwar shekarar. Ƙungiyar Aluminat mai hidimar taimakon mata ta hanyar ba su horo don inganta rayuwarsu ta yi shirin ba da gudunmawar horo karo na 30 a nan birnin tarayyar ƙasa Abuja. Wakilar Hauwa Gimba ta rawaito mana cewa ƙungiyar za ta bayyana muhimmancin samun ilimi ga mata musulmi, horon koyon sana'o'i da kama sana'o'in don dogaran kai, yadda addinin musulunci ya koyar ga mata da 'ya'yansu da kuma sauran al'umma gaba ɗaya. Taron na bana da aka yi wa take da tsira mai nagarta zai sami mahalarta daga sassa daban-daban, musamman ƙananan hukumomin Abuja 6 da sauransu, domin nuna jajircewar ƙungiyar wajen tallafawa mata musulmi a ƙasar nan, wanda zai yi matuƙar tasiri ga ci gaban al'umma da kuma ci gaban ƙasar gaba ɗaya. To ƙarshen labaran namu na yau kenan, sai kuma gobe idan Allah ya kai mu. Mu kwana lafiya da fatan ana ci gaba da shirye-shiryen sabuwar shekara lafiya. Allah ya sa da mu za a yi. Mu kwana lafiya.